This week, there have been a ton of stories developing every day. Congress is trying to avert another shutdown. Britain is still on the brink of a disastrous Brexit, and Venezuela is inching closer to civil war. But nobody cares about any of that today because it's too damn cold.
Cities across the Midwest are scrambling to protect people from this deadly polar vortex that is blasting the region with what is called the coldest air in decades.
Plunging to as low as 70 degrees below zero in some cities. It's so cold outside, the U.S. Postal Service, which almost never stops delivering, suspending service in 11 Midwestern states because of safety concerns.
We can't say it enough. Before it's all said and done, the wind chill here will feel like it's 50 to 60 degrees below. So if you can stay inside, please do so. It's important.
Yeah, we're all inside because we're not idiots. Why are you outside, newsman? You know, seriously, I never get why reporters have to go into the bad weather to warn us about it. Like, just tell us from the studio, we believe you. Like, if you're sitting at the desk and you tell me it's cold, I'm not sitting at home like, is it though? Let me see your nipples. They don't do this for any other type of story. They're never like, earlier today, a man was shot in the leg and it looked like this. Bah! Ah! But the point is, it is incredibly cold in America right now. Like super cold. It's so cold that I looked in the mirror this morning and told myself to go back to Africa. We're talking minus 70. Anytime you're in negative numbers, you know the thing's out of hand. Because you realize when they made zero, they thought that would be the lowest. That's why it's zero. If they thought there was going to be anything lower, then they would have made that zero. But somehow, we are way below zero. In fact, right now, America might be the coldest place on Earth and beyond.
People in the Dakotas and northern Minnesota saw wind chills plummet to minus 50. That's colder than the top of Mount Everest.
Colder than Antarctica, Siberia, and Mount Everest.
It will be colder in Chicago than it is in Antarctica or Alaska or the North Pole
combined.
Believe it or not, at times it's actually colder in some parts of the country than the surface of Mars.
God damn. Colder than Mars? I guess that means it's really cold? Because I gotta be honest, I have no idea what the weather is on Mars. If I had to guess, I'd be like, it's sandy? Is that a weather? Is that a thing? I don't understand why they do this on the news. Why are you using Mars as a reference point? None of us have been there. It's colder than Mars. Oh yeah, I spent summer in Mars. It was rather cold. I don't know what's happening on other planets. I barely know about anything on Earth, and I live here. You could tell me Mars was named after Bruno Mars, and I'll be like, yeah, makes sense. Yeah, he's a popular guy. Like, the news is always explaining things with the most random comparisons. An asteroid is headed towards the Earth and it weighs as much as 5,000 elephants. That's not helpful to anyone, okay? No one knows how heavy an elephant is. Like, well, it's Americans don't, because in Africa, we measure everything in elephants. It works for us. Like, yeah, we'll just be like, as you can see, this is a very spacious property, 40 elephants big, huh? And it has a baby hippo jacuzzi. And I know what you're thinking, this probably cost 3 tigers. No, there's no tigers in Africa, you racist. Yeah, and if you don't understand what colder than Mars means, don't worry, because maybe a few scientific demonstrations will help.
This is a clear piece of glass, as you can see. I got some water in my hand. I'm going to pour it on here. You see that? Look, it's going to freeze instantly. You see it crystallizing right there. This cold is absolutely no joke.
I'm going to pour a little water on Barbie's hair. We'll give it a few seconds, and you'll see how fast her hair is going to freeze out here.
One man actually turned this super frozen banana into a makeshift hammer.
Okay, this didn't teach me how cold it is, but it did teach me how weird this guy is.